Alright, so we've been able to, like, change the font color, change the font size, we've been able to change even the font type, bold it, emphasize it, all this kind of crazy stuff, right? But what if you're saying, well, I don't really want maybe this type of font, but I want a font that's going to show up on everybody's computer. And one way that people have gotten around this is by using Google Font. So just Google search Google Fonts, and there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different versions in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into here and do Lobster. I think Lobster is kind of a crazy, kooky type of fonts that will stand out. So we'll search Lobster. And now there's a few ways to do this. But it gives you an example of what it looks like. Cursive, normal, 400, all this kind of stuff, right? So now, the first thing we need to do is we need to be able to import it. We need to be able to find a way to say, this is a font that we want. This is a specific thing that we want. Unfortunately, Google has made this pretty easy for us. So after we identified this, we scroll down, we're going to add and grab this link. So let's go back to our page. And let's see what happens if we just throw it above style and see what happens. So this is linking to Google. A CSS family equals Lobster. You know, it's a style. It looks like it's a style sheet. Okay, that's kind of crazy, but for now, let's just humor it and go forward. And then it says to integrate the fonts into your CSS. Do this. Well, we already know what font family is, so we know that it's actually calling in this, and it's calling in a very specific one, a cursive one. So let's go ahead and just do this. And now, instead of having the courier here, we're just going to replace all of this with Lobster. Can't replace all of it because we've got it in double. Font family, Lobster, cursive. Let's see what that looks like. So let's go over here. Oh, and look at that. Look, see how that changed already? So now we don't have the font on our system, but we do have it on the site, so that's really nice. That's what's the great thing about the Google Fonts, is that you can go in there and you can change it whatever you want. And this is just a very common way to doing it. And it even shows you an example right here. So breaking it all down. So that's the same thing here. So let's do one last real quick thing. So let's do Lobster cursive, and then we're going to do a comma. Then we're going to do sans serif, okay? So nothing should be affected by it, right? But let's see. We'll find out whether I have this on my... Let's see. So we've removed the Google link in, and let's see what happens. So now it's changed to the backup. So let's just Control-Z it back in. Refresh, and now it's back to Lobster. Okay, so that's a kind of a cool way to use Google Fonts. They have a ton of different fonts. You can just go in there and you can like dig around. You can look. You can arrange it by how thick you want it, how slanted you want it, and then importing it is pretty quick and easy, as you can see.